Hello, my name's Inga and I'm a final year dental student. So my last video was ages ago and it was at the very beginning of my studies, but it's just an update to say what I've learned throughout my time at university and some tips that I think people might find helpful. So I'm going to start with a bit of context. So here's my track record, so there's a bit of you can have confidence in what I'm saying. I've had a pretty smooth ride for the full 4 years. No resits, no fails, no nothing like that. And yeah, doing fairly well in each exam. So I'll just share a few tips that I can share how to have a pretty chilled experience, and it's really not that hard. I'm gonna cut that out. I just mean to say that it's as hard as you make it, and as long as you attend your lectures, listen, read a few books, it's literally not rocket science. But yeah, here are some hints and tips as to how you can just make your life a bit easier. So my first tip is to make friends, and it's not any friends, it's friends with people that are studying in a type of way. Basically the smartest people, yeah. Become friends with the smartest people, because then it will help you set the tone as to what you need to work towards. If you're with really chilled people, you probably will also become chilled and then probably not do so well. In the same breath, I would say try and make friends with people in the years above, because they can always share insight and advice, and that is quite priceless, especially again if there's someone that has a similar work ethic as you. They also work hard and want to do well. They can share their tips, make sure you focus for this exam, make sure you read this, etc, etc. So yeah, definitely make friends with people in the years above and the smart people in your class. The next tip is to, if you are going to work, don't work, when I say work I mean have a part-time job alongside your studies. Make sure it really is just secondary to your degree. I was guilty of it in second year. I had 2 jobs and my time was really stretched quite thin, and it meant that I'd turn up to placement sometimes. I'd always have enough energy to be there, but not my best self. I'd be a bit tired, a bit short, or not be able to, just my communication skills were a bit impaired because I was a bit tired. So yeah, I did realise that when I had a meeting with my tutor and we talked about it. I said, you know what, I think I know where this is coming from, and I left one of my jobs. So if you can learn without experiencing that, then yeah, always do less than you think you can manage. Don't push yourself to do too much outside of uni, on the side of doing less. And if you do have a part-time job, ideally get something dental. So I had several different jobs across the degree. My first job was a waitress. It was decent pay with the tips and everything. It was quite good, and I didn't want to cook in first year, so I just eat there. It's quite handy, but it wasn't really dental, so I would sometimes be studying at work. If I had a test the next day, I'd bring my cue cards, and in between serving people, I'd just be reading them. So it's quite difficult to mix the two. And then I had a job at the supermarket stacking shelves. That was good because I got my steps in, so it saved me working out later. So if you can kill 2 birds with 1 stone, then great. So that was useful in that sense, and also discount. But the best job I had and still do have is as a receptionist at dental practice, because you really get to learn on the job massively, things you wouldn't necessarily learn at dental school. So if you can get a job as a receptionist, front of house, what's the other role that some people can get? Some practices have a TCO, treatment coordinating officer, so I think that's about treatment planning. If you can get a job like that, yeah, definitely get it, because once you're in that environment you get to pick up on so many different things, and in the quiet time you can sometimes go and watch, so a bit of shadowing. So yeah, definitely try and do that. Or one thing I probably would have done is maybe get trained as a dental nurse, because then you can also work as that on the side. But again, you don't want to overdo it. If you're always surrounded by teeth, I guess it can be a bit it's just a lot. You might want to do something different when you're not at uni. So yeah, that's my working tip. Another tip that I have is don't forget your friends outside of uni and who you are, because I feel like dental school is very much is a bubble, and you're not really part of the outside world, and it's so easy to get trapped and focused and hyper fixated on all of that you forget who you were before dental school. You're way more than just your job. So yeah, stay in touch with your friends from your last degree, from your school, from your home, your family, just so you don't get too like tunnel visioned on teeth, dental students, money, this, that, patient. It's just a lot. Just touch grass, you know. Other tips would be something I did not do myself, was make a sort of effort with your appearance. So I'd always iron my scrubs without a doubt, even if it meant I'd be rushing a little bit when I'm going there to placement, make sure they're ironed. But one thing I didn't really do was like, I wouldn't really do makeup or my hair that much. I'd keep it really basic, and it was very time efficient, but I do feel like it just made me feel really bummy sometimes, and it'd make me not want to go in, because I'm like, oh. But yeah, you always feel good when you look good, so if you're that way inclined, then it might be worth the extra few minutes in the morning, just put a bit of mascara on, or if you're a boy, like, I don't know, put something in your hair, I don't know. But yeah, just a few small things go a long way, so you still feel good. Otherwise it feels like you're just giving your whole life to that, you're not even feeling like yourself. And I felt like that a few times, but I still didn't do anything about it. I was just like, wow. Yeah, so they're my main tips. If anyone has any questions or follow-up queries about anything I've said, definitely get in touch. But yeah, good luck and see you in the next video. Goodbye.